AITJ for ruining my mother's life for stealing thousands of dollars of my business and treating my employees in an inhumane way? I had an average childhood. I had a really great relationship with my father, but not with my mother. I didn't get along with my mother since I'm atheist and she is really Christian. Some years ago, when I was 15, my father was diagnosed with cancer. He fought for months and died some months later. Since then my life was a nightmare. I could barely go out with my friends. My mother made me read the Bible an hour a day. She demanded I started working and go out of school, since in my area is common that minors work, and also told me that if I wanted her to pay for my education I should convert to Christianity. I tell it so you know how bad of a person she is. I moved my 18th birthday, because my mom said that no Satan followers would live in her roof. I managed to get on my feet, and 5 years later, with the only contact with my mother were on Christmas dinners. My mother contacted me. A year before that I opened a restaurant, which became really popular on my area. My mother passed by a divorce with her second husband, which drained her economically, and was going to sell her house to survive. Well, she discovered my business by a story on Instagram. She asked me for about 1K to get back on her feet. I am not a monster, at least I wasn't, and helped her. She used it to buy food while finding a cheaper apartment. She rented her main house and went to the new apartment. She wasn't happy with the changes, but she could survive. Well, now comes the story. She went to my restaurant a few times with me and then she came alone. She knew she could have free food, since the employees were afraid of her, since she's my mother, and she went daily, ordered the most expensive foods, and leave without paying anything. She also confront to get them fired if they said anything. Now the revenge. I discovered her actions thanks to my new employee. Let's call her Sarah. She was really brave, so she didn't fear telling me and I was furious. I thanked her and started planning. I could have just told her to stop and tell my employees to not give her anything. But no, I put security cameras to record literally everything, because I don't think her job nor her landlord would like having a criminal around, so I did it. Recorded everything for an entire month, daily visits of my mother. On only 1 month she ate $3,700 worth of food without paying anything, heavily insulted my employees, even called AB someone. That was just enough. I send the recordings to her job at HR, and to her landlord. She got fired and her saving would only make it for less than a month with her lifestyle. Now I told my employees to not give her a shit, this would ruin her even more. But then I consulted a lawyer, and used the sales record to know much how she stole in the 4 months she has been doing this. She stole $14,000 worth of food. I filed for a lawsuit. I asked for the $14K that she stole and $4K more as a compensation to the bad treatment of her to my employees. The next day hundreds of messages from my maternal side of the family. Tons of horrible messages, most of them hoping for me to suffer the same painful death of my father. The last week I won. And my mother didn't have near the money to pay me. And her credit was trash, so she couldn't ask for a loan, so she had to give me her house, the one she rented, to me as a payback. I received it and she begged for me to let her in. I told her that I didn't accepted God followers under my roof. She confront me to disown me. I just told her this exact line: why would I want a debt as an inheritance? I admit I was really off with that comment, so, am I the jerk?